Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are having a fantastic day so far. I hope that today has been treating you well. In today's video I am going to be diving into the Blend Bunny Divination palette yet again and doing eyeshadow palette bingo. You knew this was coming, I knew this was coming. We're going to be doing that today. I'm very excited. I already have a full swatching first impression video for this palette. I love it. I love this colour story. I think that this eyeshadow palette is fantastic and I'm very excited about the idea of completely randomising the colours, trying to come up with an eye look with just 5 of them, completely out of my control. So that's what we're going to be doing today, randomly picking 5 eyeshadows and trying to create some sort of eye look. Keep your fingers crossed for me because I do have my monthly favourites that I want to film after this, so hopefully it's not going to look completely awful. But if you are new here, then hello, my name is Millie. I have posted, or will have posted, 31 new videos in the month of October. It has been absolute madness here, but I usually post 3 times a week. On a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday. So if you want to see more cruelty-free makeup reviews, this is the place for you. And let's just get my app up. This is the Tiny Decisions app. I have input all of the shade names into here. Like I say, we're going to pick 5 and we're going to create some sort of eye look with those 5 that I pick. I have done this before and it has been very successful. I've done this before and I've picked basically all shimmers and it has not been very successful. So let's just see what we get today. The first eyeshadow choice is going to be Vision, which is a shimmer. This is a green, can you see? Please focus. A green pastel shimmer. I will swatch these as I go along so that we can see the colour story that we are working with at the end, but that is Vision. Very, very reflective. Then choice number 2. I'm trying to like angle my phone so that the ring light isn't reflecting off it. We have got Affirmation, which I have already used. That is the matte light pink, like pinky purple. I feel like it leans more pink. This is the shade, how did I use this? I think I put it like on the inner part of my crease on that first testing video. Nice light pink shade. So choice number 3. Hopefully we get something a little bit deeper and also matte. We have got Zoltar, a deep brown, the deepest brown matte. Great option to have to deepen something up really nicely, like on the outer corner. I can absolutely make that work. Even something like doing like a smoky wing would absolutely use that shade. Pretty pretty. Then number 4 is going to be Meg. That's the matte black. Okay, again, we can make that work. Oh, that's very dusty. I'm just gonna swatch that one. I'm not really a black eyeshadow wearer. Like I would have been happy for that previous shade to be the deepest, but let's see what else we get. The last choice is Aura. Ooh. The matte, like mustardy yellow. Okay. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna make I don't know how I'm gonna make all of these work. So they are the 5 eyeshadows. I mean, I love that Aura shade. That like mustardy, orangey yellow. It is beautiful. Does it go with the pink And does it go with the mint green? I mean, out of this palette, these are probably like the ones that I would reach for the least, because I love the greens, I love the blues, I love the deeper colours. I feel like this is quite a unique colour story. So let's just zoom on in and we can create an eye look with these 5 shades. Let's just see what I come up with. So I'm going to start with a fluffy brush. I'm going to wiggle down in my seat so you can actually see me. Start with a fluffy brush and I'm going to go into Affirmation, the pink, and I'm just going to get my mirror. Just going to work this all the way through the crease as some sort of transition-y thing. After picking these shades, I'm really not hopeful, but we can try. I have the Beauty Bay eye base on and my brows are the Beauty Bay eye pencil and the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and that's all I've got on. So if there's any sort of fallout or anything, I can clean up underneath the eyes. I do love this shade. Is it what I would necessarily pick as a transition? Near. But it is a very, very pretty, very, very pigmented, like pastel baby pink. Very, very pretty. Also doesn't necessarily lean all that autumn, but I am dealing with the cards that I have been dealt here. So that is that one shade all blended out. And that's that. So I'm going to just use the same brush, but I'm just going to dip like the very tip of that brush into Zoltar, which was that dark brown, and I'm going to try and create some sort of transition with this. Just sort of apply it very, very lightly, blend it right out, and try and get something that's a little bit more mid-toned, because yeah, I'm managing to make that work. But could I have benefited from more of a mid-tone? Absolutely, positively I could. I feel like I need that sound bite from, is it from SpongeBob, where it's like 3 hours later? Like applying the tiniest little bit of that Zoltar shade and blending it out so far, then adding more of that baby pink. I feel like we've got there. We've got a nice blend. Could that have been created with like one shade if it was a mid-tone? Absolutely it could. But happy with how that's looking, happy with that blend. Apart from, like, I never like how eyeshadow blends, like here specifically. I don't know if it's like the angle that I'm holding my brush or what it is, I don't know. But we can make that work. So I am going to find a much smaller brush. Tiny, maybe even smaller than that. Yes, this one. Almost like a little pencil brush. And I'm going to dip into that Meg shade, that black. And I'm going to tap it off. And I'm going to add the tiniest amount of that. That was literally one tap into the pan and tapped the brush off, and I'm going to blend that right out. So it's still dark, it's still black, but it's just a much smaller amount of powder on the brush, like so. Again, could I have created that with a mid-tone? Yeah. This colour choice, or the colour selection, these 5, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle. I don't know how I'm going to incorporate that green or that yellow. Honestly, I'm not mad at how that looks, like just with the pink. Do I want to add a mustard yellow into this? In an ideal world, no. But we've been dealt that card, so we must. It's the rules. So again, approximately 7 hours later, I have tapped out the tiniest amount of that black and blended it right out. It is a beautiful, beautiful black shade. The actual like pigment in the black is so deep and so rich. I love it. But I'm just not really a black eyeshadow kind of gal. So I'm going to take a sort of tapered, fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into that mustardy yellow. And what do I want to do? Let's just tap this across the lid. Do I like pink and yellow together? Not sure. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So that's the yellow, like, packed onto the lid and ever so slightly blended in to those darker shades on the outer corner. I think I'll just take that same brush and I'll dip ever so lightly into that dark brown, that Zoltar, and try and just shimmy those two together a little bit. You know what? I'm not mad. I will just try and add a bit more of that yellow. See if I can intensify it by like packing it on. Ooh, with my finger. That doesn't usually make too much of a difference with mattes, but I feel like I want the yellow to just be popping a little bit more. Yeah, that's worked. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'll just go back in with that brush to blend. I'll go back in with that first brush that I used for affirmation, the pink, and blend over that top edge, and then I will put Vision. I'll get a brush. I'll put Vision on the inner corner-ish. So that's the green, mint green shimmer, which is pretty, but again, does it go with a pink, a yellow and a black? I am pulling all the faces today. Again, it's a nice shade. I wore this one basically just all over my lid for work yesterday and it looked really pretty. Would I necessarily wear it with a yellow and a pink matte? Maybe not. So I'm just going to do my usual sort of trick where if I'm not 100% happy with how the makeup is looking, if I'm not 100% happy with the blend or anything like that, cover it in shimmer. Just take your shimmer and tap it all over everything, because people are magpies. People are drawn to sparkly things, to shimmery things, and if you can't see the blend through the glitter, then who's to say that it's not cute? Like, I mean, it's not, I wouldn't recreate this look in a hurry, but that is how it's looking. We have used every shade. You cannot deny that. I have used every shade. I'm gonna go off and clean this up. I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and then we can decide if I want to do something under the eyes. I might just leave this as like something on the lid. A wing will make me feel better. Let me go off and do all of that. Okay, so that is the rest of the face done. I've gone a little overboard with the highlight. Is anyone mad? I certainly am not. I'm going to go back in with the Divination palette, in with that tapered fluffy brush, and I think I will just, oh, if I can open it, I'll just go into that Zoltar shade, again, ever so lightly, and run that all the way along the lower lash line. And also like tap that over to blend in. Obviously I did like micellar water out there to like sharpen that up. So just to add that back in. What have I done there? There we go. Made a little bit of an extra line. It's fine. I don't know what I'm doing. I am making this all up as I go along in case it wasn't completely clear. Yes, I'm happy with that colour just basically by itself under the eyes. I'm going to go back in with that green shimmer and just intensify that right onto the inner corner. So obviously I put that like concealer and everything around there, so it did cover it up a little bit. But just tapping a bit more of that over, because who's mad at a beautiful green shimmery inner corner? Not me. I feel like that is the redeeming quality in this eye look. So I'm just going to put a bit of mascara on the lower lashes. It is the Essence Call Me Queen mascara, and that is the finished look. Do I love it? No. No, I do not. Are the eyeshadows a fantastic quality? Yes. Is the colour story beautiful? Yes. Is this selection of colours conducive to a pretty eye look? No. I struggled through this, but this is what we have come up with. I'm not completely mad. I'm not going to take it off. I am going to film that other video that I want to do today, but this is the look that I came up with. So one thing that I can do, and if you want to see this, do let me know. I will probably do it anyway, but what I can do, I do believe, on my app here, if I open it up, I can keep on selecting colours here. So I could do another eyeshadow palette bingo video, not choose any of the colours that I have already chosen, and come up with an eyeshadow palette bingo part 2 for this whole look. I feel like there's so many different ways that this could have gone, and this isn't necessarily the way that I want to remember this palette in an eyeshadow palette bingo sort of format. Does that make sense? I feel like a part 2 is essential for me. If you would like to see that, I am more than happy to do it. I think whether or not I film it, I think I will do it. So if it's something that you want to see, more than happy to film it. Hopefully it'll go a little bit better the second time round, but let me know what you think. Are these colours that you would put together? Let me know. Let me know what you think down below. If you have this palette, I would love to hear what you think of it as well. But until next time, until tomorrow for the last instalment of Everyday October, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.